What is shaking and baking, all you hip, cool cats? My name is Kit. Welcome to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. That way, all of you are made aware when we upload new content onto this YouTube channel. But without further ado, let's talk about the video that we're going to react to. It is actually something close to my heart, and I actually played it on our Twitch channel. Oh boy. Oh, back when I had less responsibilities and more free time. Yeah, that's right. Total War Warhammer, but not Total War Warhammer 2, but the sequel, Total Warhammer 3, Immortal Empire's launch trailer. So, for those of you who've been following this channel from the beginning, all of you might know that I'm a diehard Warhammer 40k fan, and yes, I am well aware of the lore from Warhammer Fantasy. Am I an expert? No, but I am aware of the Lizardmen, Skaven, the Empire of Man, Bretonnia, Kislev. We have the Forces of Chaos in the North. You have, who else do you have? You have the Elves, the Dwarves. You have the Dark Elves. And oh yes, obviously the Vampire Lords, and of course I'm not going to call them Necrons, but they're the skeleton people. There you go. There. Apologies if I don't know all the names, but again, Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40k, great sources of content, great intellectual properties, and I'm really happy to see that the Total War series has done not one, but now three variations of the Warhammer Fantasy realm, and from all reports that I've been reading about, Total Warhammer 3, Immortal Empires, seems to be really epic, and I think it's going to be focusing around possibly the end times, and I've heard some mixed feelings about the end times for Warhammer Fantasy. And look, I know there's some diehard Chaos fans, but I just find it so, okay, Chaos wins in the end, the world is destroyed, but it's not technically destroyed now as the game is continuing on with the Age of Sigmar, which, okay, Sigmar's back. All right, awesome. Sounds good. But I want to see if Total War will do something more with the series. Perhaps maybe instead of the world ending, dare I say it, you might be saving the world. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Who knows? But nonetheless, as I always do with any kind of video game trailer, I'll play it in full entirety, and then I'll give my analysis and thoughts on some scenes that stood out to me. And I'm really looking forward to hearing your feedback. In fact, audience, this is your chance to type in, what are your thoughts about Warhammer Fantasy, especially the end times? What are your thoughts about Total Warhammer 3? Have you had a chance to, I guess, play some of the additional games that came out before Immortal Empires? Type your thoughts in the comment section below. We'd really love to hear your feedback because, after all of you hip cool cats are making this channel grow. So please be sure to check out our Discord as well. But without further ado, since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's play a video. Love that logo.
Storm clouds gather.
Yo!
Our borders are beset by evil, both mundane and immortal. How long can we withstand this onslaught? We must form an alliance. We either die alone or survive together.
I concur. This threat is beyond any of us. With the Azur's guidance...
This is just another Algates game. I see many leaders here, but you even speak for your people?
High King, this is not the time for short-sightedness.
No alliance with elves while I'm High King. Only a reckoning.
Wow. Oh my god.
Enough! We must not be blinded by our own need for power. This is the moment. Your choices will decide the fate of this world. And all that inhabit it. Make the right one.
Hell yeah. Perfect. Oh, that is so awesome. What? Okay, that is interesting. All right. My initial thoughts of Total Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires. I better clear up my schedule to play this. That's what I'm initially thinking right there. So now I have some curious questions, and perhaps maybe we'll find out later on. But there was one thing that kind of stood out to me, especially when playing Total Warhammer 2, be it the Lizardmen or playing as the Empire of Man. And that is, okay, for the most part, and everyone who's part of the fandom for Warhammer Fantasy, for the most part, dwarves, elves, humans, including all the human empires, Bretonnia, Kislev, and all the rest, and even the Lizardmen, arguably can be said they're part of the forces of order. Okay, and the one thing that kind of annoyed me is that even when trying to form alliances with elves or dwarves or humans or lizardmen, etc., you're dealing with Skaven, you're dealing with the forces of chaos, you're dealing with demons, vampires, undead zombies, etc., pirate vampires. An alliance would be beneficial. And I understand elves and dwarves have a long history of going at each other's throats, and humans know better either. But, when you have a demon that is destroyer of worlds, drinker of the souls of the innocent, I think it's kind of like, hey, guys, we got a serious problem here. Whatever beefs you have, put it aside, because we're going to need every person available to unite. Now, I guess in Warhammer Fantasy, I mean, everyone is an ally or an enemy, but it's just it's interesting seeing the Emperor, the Kaiser, Karl Franz, probably the greatest of the emperors, really putting together that entire war council. Hell, probably sending out all the diplomats to bring all the various leaders, the elves, the dwarves, putting them in the same room, and all the other various human nations too. Things must be dire. So that really shows his leadership and seeing the bigger picture. And that's important. And so now I'm wondering how the diplomatic actions will be initiated in Warhammer 3 as you're leading your factions. Can you build a strong alliance? Is there benefits in trade, boosting up your units, doing joint tactics and joint military campaigns? Can you play it as multiplayer with your friends, which would be incredible as well, where everyone is playing a probably what I'm assuming is a very large, expansive global map against the forces of evil, the Dark Elves, the vampires, the Skaven, the forces of chaos. Because if that's the case, I would really want to see how that plays out. Plus, if it's going to be set nearing the end times, Is there an alternate past than the absolute destruction of the world? Is there perhaps maybe something that Total War, the creators, are going to make? What are your thoughts? Will there be more benefits, more units? I would like to hear feedback from all of you, the audience. So, since I am in charge of the ones and twos, let's pull up this trailer again one more time and play it from the beginning. And let's get it started again. So right here, I mean, I wasn't, I saw War Council. I wasn't expecting all the different races and human factions to be there. Again, the Emperor. Even pulling this off is a charisma skill that must be respected.
Storm clouds gather. Our borders are beset by evil.
So you got your beastmen and giants.
Both mundane,
Ugh! Disgusting orcs.
immortal.
Forces of Chaos, too. Archon.
How long can we withstand
I don't know this faction in Warhammer Fantasy. Someone tell me who they are.
this onslaught? We must form an alliance. We either die alone or survive together.
I concur.
So, before the elf speaks, the Dwarven King, I know that at least dwarves hold on to grudges. But, you know, you could tell by his action, like, I could see the bigger picture until the elf starts to speak up.
This threat is beyond any of us.
Ugh, Malakath. You know what? When I played it as Lizardmen, I was so happy to destroy him and his forces. It got to the point to where in one of my campaigns, one of his attributes, he was afraid to engage with Lizardmen, and it was because of me. And so I kind of had my own inner story. I would smack him around. My Lizardmen would smack him around and take his mom out on a date. She'd be like, "Don't worry, dear. I'll calm down the Lizardmen. They won't be smacking you around anymore." "Really, Mom? They won't?" "I promise." Go right back to smacking them around again.
With the Azur's guidance,
This is just another Algates game. I see many leaders here, but you even speak for your people.
High King, this is not the time for short-sightedness.
Big, horrible choice of words there, buddy.
Not. There'll be no alliance with elves while I'm High King. Only a reckoning.
Okay, so I'm familiar with those two, but again, their names, they're skipping my mind. I'm so sorry, but I know that the dwarf is building a legend for himself, and the human is writing exploits of his tale, and there is a Khorne blood demon. Ugh. Val Zinch, Slanesh.
We must not be blinded by our own need for power. This is the moment.
Notice you see the Wood Elves and even, I think, the Lizardmen standing next to each other.
Your choices will decide the fate of this world. And all that inhabit it. Make the right one.
Right on. Outstanding cover art. Okay, I have no idea who that is. All right, so sorry again. Like the images of this trailer are just incredible. Um, Folks, I'm looking forward to this game, and I'm looking forward to reading the comments and feedback from all of you. Total War, uh, Warhammer Games Workshop. I think you hit a home run homer. I really want to see the rest of this. I want to see the gameplay. Audience, hey, controversial question at 3, 2, 1. Is it worth my time? The answer is yes. Yes, it is. It is worth my time. So, give me your feedback. What are your thoughts on what kind of additional improvements they're going to make to the game? Is there anything that you're concerned about? That's right. I'm talking to you. Is there anything that you are concerned about that they might neglect? Uh, Type your thoughts in the comment section below. Until then, folks, keep your head on a swivel. And now more than ever, we must unite against the forces of chaos. Dwarves, elves, humans, lizard men, everybody, stop what you're doing. We must work together, because if we don't, chaos will win. And by the God Emperor of mankind, we will finally, once and for all, end chaos. Because after all, Chicago Reacts is a pro Forces of Order, pro Imperium of Mankind channel. Take care, folks. Keep on winning.